Hello everyone, this is Mugundan Raghavan, and in this video we are going to see the group chat with multi-agent system. In previous videos we have seen the different types of agents and its capabilities. Now we are going to face one use case. For that use case we are creating the group chat with the multiple agents. The use case is we are going to create a test cases. For these test cases, requirements will be given by the test manager with RAG capabilities. And the other assistants, such as test case writer, will be writing the test cases, and test case reviewer will be reviewing the test cases based on the context. For this, since we are creating the group chat, we will be having the group chat manager and test manager, test case writer, and test case reviewer. With this, we will try to understand the flow, how it works. Group chat manager will initialize the session, and the test manager will give the problem statement and context. Since it's a group chat, from now on, the context will be available to all the agents during the group chat via message history. Then, group chat manager will just forward the problem to the test case writer. Since the test case writer will be available for the statement and context, the test case writer will write the test cases and give back to the group chat manager. Now, these test cases will be forwarded to the test case reviewer so that the reviewer will review the test cases and provide feedback or approval. If it is a feedback, then again it has to be forwarded to the test case writer so that the test case writer will implement and improve the test cases based on the feedback. Again, it will be sent back to the reviewer so that it will be reviewed again and to make sure every feedback was covered. Then it will be sending back the terminate message to the group chat manager. As soon as the group chat manager receives the terminate, the manager will end the conversation. So this is how the flow works here. With that, let's try to understand the code. Now it will start with OS environment, AutoGen use Docker. So we are not using the Docker. Then LLM config as same like previous code. And we have the function called termination message. This termination message will take care whenever the chart has a terminate in it, it will terminate. So this function will be given to all the agents under the variable called is termination message. Now with being said that, we will create first test manager with RAG capabilities with the proper test message, system message, and then retrieve config. For this test manager, the retrieve config will be getting the documents from the docs folder. In this docs folder, you will be having multiple inputs such as the test case guidelines, test data guidelines, user input, and the sample test cases. For example, here you can see how the structure of the test case should look like, and clarity, traceability, best practices, and everything. With being said that, we will be creating the test case writer. Again, how the test case writer should behave. For that, we will be giving the proper system message. Next one is test case reviewer. For this, how the test case reviewer should behave. For example, it should follow the ISTQB standard and also with the context that we have given. Along with that, we are also telling it should give the approved message or it should give the suggestions or the feedback. If it is approved, then it should send the terminate message so that the group chat manager will terminate the conversation. Next one is group chat. In order to have the group chat, we are creating the instance of group chat with the agents test case writer and test case reviewer. You might wonder here why the test manager is not mentioned here. Test manager role is to give the problem statement and context, and that's all. However, you will see where the test manager will give the problem statement in some time. Along with that, we are giving the maximum round of conversation that could happen and the speaker selection method. Now we are giving the round robin. That means that everyone will get a fair chance to interact. Whereas there are other ways like a random and priority may not have the fair chance to every agent. For that, we are giving the round robin as a speaker selection method. Now we have the group chat. For maintaining the group chat, we have the group chat manager. We are creating the instance of group chat manager by providing the group chat and the human input and LLM config. Now with being said everything, we are trying to reset every agent so that we will have the clear state. Then the test manager will initiate the chat because test manager has the RAG and the problem statement. And now the test manager will initiate the chat to the group chat manager with the message, the format that we are following, test manager dot message generator, which is coming as a default format, and the problem statement. Write two test cases for the Salesforce Sales Cloud application, and the scenarios are given here. So with this all points, it will try to start generating the test cases. So let's try to execute and see the output. The entire conversation has been completed. Let's try to understand the output. Let's go to the very top. And here you can see it is trying to create the vector database collection. Already we are using the existing collections. And since we have used the message generated general format, then it is giving the default message to the test manager and with the question from the test manager and the context that we have discussed from the docs. So all the information and the requirements has been given along with the problem statement. Now the test case writer has written the code in the CSV format. Now the test case reviewer following with the predefined structure, and it is giving the feedback rather than approval for the given observation. Enhance the test step is clarity and detail, and incorporate negative testing scenarios because it's having only the positive scenarios, and validate against the Salesforce standards, best practices, and so on. Now again, test case writer will be updating their test cases again, including the negative test cases and the other standards. Now again, it is reviewing. Now since it's okay, it is giving the approval and terminate message. Since the terminate message has came, it will be ending the conversation. Let's try to see the test cases, how it looks like. I'm just copying the test case and see the output. So test case ID, test case name, and the scenario, priority, test case description, preconditions, test steps, expected results, post conditions, status, and the comments. So provided all the conditions, all the requirements, it has written the test cases and given back to us. It may not be 100% perfect. However, 80% of the tasks, or let's say 60% of our task is completed by the LLM. And also, whenever you feel something can be improved, we can just add it to our docs so that these guidelines will be updated very frequently so that your LLM will have the knowledge when it is reviewing your test cases. With being said that, we have just covered now today group chat and multi-agent system. In that group chat, we have seen the group chat manager and we have seen the different agents, especially the test manager with the RAG capabilities, retrieve user proxy agent. And we have seen the speaker selection method such as the round robin. And also we have seen the priority and the random. However, we felt round robin is the best way to give the fair chance to every agent. And also we have seen, even though the RAG has the context, since it's a part of group chat, the context will be available for all the agents through the message history. With being said that, we have created some of the test cases with the given input and the RAG knowledge. So this is all about this video, and always be a rainbow in others cloud.